Hello student, I'm Shalini Murmu, Assistant Professor, Geology Department from Ghatshila College. In this lecture, we are going to study about environmental contaminant. So let's start. Environmental contaminant are chemicals that accidentally or deliberately enter the environment, often but not always as a result of human activities. Some of these contaminants may have been manufactured for industrial use, and because they are very stable, they do not break down easily. If released to the environment, these contaminants may enter the food chain. Other environmental contaminants are naturally occurring chemicals, but industrial activity may increase their mobility or increase the amount available to circulate in the environment, allowing them to enter the food chain at higher levels than would otherwise occur. A wide variety of environmental contaminants have been detected in foods. These ranges from metals and ionic species like perchlorate to organic substances, including the so-called persistent organic pollutants or POPs. POPs are named for their ability to exist in the environment for a prolonged period without breaking down. So let's try to understand what are perchlorates and POPs. Perchlorate is a manufactured chemical and colorless salt that is most commonly used in rocket fuel, and it is used in fireworks, explosives, airbag initiators for vehicles, signal flares, fertilizers, chlorine cleaners, and pool chlorination chemicals. Some chewing tobacco products also contain perchlorates, and people can be exposed to perchlorates through contaminated food and drinking water and emissions from fireworks, flares, and emissions from some industries. And people are also can be exposed to perchlorates through consumer products like chewing tobacco, fireworks, vehicle airbags, chlorine cleaners, and chlorinated chemicals. Perchlorates commonly enters the body through ingestion, inhalation, and skin contact. And why is perchlorates harmful? Because it primarily affects the thyroid gland, and there is a concern that people exposed to high levels of perchlorates for a longer period may develop a low level of thyroid activity, and you know that this condition is known as hypothyroidism. Now let's know something about persistent organic pollutants. These are named persistent organic pollutant because they don't break down easily, and these are a group of toxic chemicals, and they can be intentionally produced and used in agriculture, disease and pest control, and manufacturing or industry. And they can also be unintentionally produced from some industrial processes and from waste incineration, trash burning, cigarette smoke, and vehicle exhaust, etc. They are of great concern because they can travel regionally and around the world, and they are also harmful because they tend to bioaccumulate in the fat tissues of humans and animals. POPs biomagnify in food chain, and that is why they are of great concern. The Stockholm Convention on POPs is an international treaty to protect human health and the environment from POPs. And in June 2001, it covered the 12 POPs of greatest concern and called it the Dirty Dozen. For example, you can see what are the members of Dirty Dozen. This is aldrin, chlordane, DDT, dieldrin, dioxins and rings, furan, heptachlor, hexachlorobenzene, Mirex, toxaphene, PCBs, that is polychlorinated biphenyls. These are called dirty dozens. So these are the persistent organic pollutants. Let's move further. So we have seen just that the contaminants that have been detected in foods. So environmental toxicant and hazardous contaminants are simply toxic substances in the environment, and they comprise a wide range of chemicals or physical agents released into the environment that can contaminate the abiotic component of ecosystems such as water, land, and air, thereby impacting the environment generally and producing adverse health effects in biotic communities of ecosystem, for example animals, plants, and microbes. A wide variety of contaminants are present in the environment, and they can be broadly categorized as endocrine disruptors, carcinogens, mutagens, neurotoxins, etc. And they can enter the environment from various point and non-point source. So let's see what are these. These toxicants are categorized on the basis of the problems that they cause. You can see carcinogens, this causes cancer, mutagens, this causes mutation, and teratogens, these are associated with the birth defects. Next are allergens that causes allergic reactions in the body. Neurotoxins affect the nervous system, and endocrine disruptors, these affect the endocrine systems. So let's see in some detail. So we are looking at the types of toxicants based on the problem they cause. So they are classified to better understand them. First are carcinogens. These are best known toxicants because they cause cancer, and cigarette smokes fall into this category. And cigarette smoke contains many chemicals, and many of which causes cancer. We will see example of carcinogens in next class and see it in little detail. Next are mutagens. Mutagens are mutation causing chemicals, and when organisms are exposed to a mutagen, it is literally mutates their DNA, leading to cancer and other disorders. X-ray, for example. Next is teratogens. Teratogens are chemicals that cause harm to unborn babies. The name of these toxicants come from the Greek word teras, which means monster. These chemicals cause birth defect during development in the womb. Thalidomide was used in 1950s as a sleeping pill and to prevent nausea during pregnancy, but it turned out to be a very harmful teratogen, and even a single dose is powerful enough to cause several severe birth defects in children. Next is allergens. Allergens are chemicals that stimulate overreactivity in the immune system, and when people are exposed to allergens, the body goes into overdrive, triggering an immune response to try and get rid of the allergen. Some natural allergens are pollen and dust, etc. And the various chemicals can cause allergies, and some examples are like chromium, that is used in leather industry to make shoes, gloves, and handbags, etc. And other example is nickel, that is used in jewelry. And and these can cause allergies. Next is neurotoxins. Neurotoxins are chemicals that attack the nervous system, and these include heavy metals like lead and mercury, and there are various others chemicals, as well as pesticides and chemical weapons. Neurotoxins can lead to symptoms like slurred speech, loss of muscle control, and even death. Last but not the least, endocrine disruptor. Endocrine disruptors are chemicals that disrupt the endocrine system in organism and most often come from prescription drugs and chemicals in plastics. Endocrine system is what regulate growth, development, sexual maturity, brain function and appetite, etc., as you know. And toxicants that disrupt hormone functioning can lead to some serious problems because they closely resemble real hormones in the body. So that's why they can cause such a problem. So students, in this lecture we learned something about environmental contaminants, and we have seen the different types of toxicants that are classified on the basis of the types of problem they caused. So here we stop. In next class we will continue. Thank you.